Hello everyone, Avelin Nabon Savin, welcome. Chia hi video hi current electricity te chapter lecture ni na abani zom deu hintin. Khavia chu basic electricity to ki relate na current ti ho ahian chule drift velocity ti ho ailole resistance akuna na question thangwa ni solve ta na first video achu. So chulai video hi battery chule combination of resistors to equivalent resistance holdan pen khona alham pia equivalent resistance holdan pa hi kitil de winten chu abana khu circuits hoi boleu na circuits question chum ke dong hoi boleu so I think that much ka se banga jo equivalent resistance holdan ho combination of resistors ho chalai boleu okay then we'll start masapena jo battery na battery hi pitina ha. So what is a battery? Battery is a device which maintains potential difference between two terminals. Battery hi piha function chu ama hi potential difference a maintain na across the battery a potential difference pa chu potential ki hi na pa chu na he chi pen chu constant fixed tina chu ki hello de example chu betang suppose you have a 10 volt here na. Okay, before that you see battery chu iti ki represent da a ki represent an chu circuit hua hina heta hi al asaw khat to achom khat ta ki ji khom si beta. You have a longer bar and a shorter bar na aji chu potential difference ma hi ja chu higher potential to lower potential omtina so battery achu. So here this is higher potential, shorter one is lower potential na abana battery bang bang la ta jam ki ji beta. So cells battery ni la thumang ki combine phala cells combination of cells pa khona echi alham pia battery ta ki represent ji so achu ke bang ve ve te ni na. Okay, longer bar chu positive tina ja shorter bar chu negative tina na. Okay, ka se bang chu battery chu biham it maintains potential difference tina chu example chu betang hilai hi example battery kharung ke pi chu na ale chalai 10 volt ka si alajon pitina ham potential difference across the battery is 10 volt ina so. Okay, example chu chalanga hi point a tiutin chalanga point b tiutin na khutile point a hi 10 volt a hi lachun point b a khoi za ding hi ngai ha. So here potential difference across the battery chu chala hai va minus vb chu 10 volt a hi ngai chu. Okay, that is the meaning na potential difference ke ti chu across the battery chu 10 volt a hi ngai khutile chala ho 10 volt tang a khu 10 volt a hi lachun b a chu za hi ngai ha. So you put the values here. So 10 gets cancelled out. So VB is equals to 0. 0 hi ngai chula na. Aji chu betang. So 10 minus 0. Potential difference. So here VA minus VB. So 10 minus 0 chu ha. 10 chula na. Aki hin a difference pa chu 10 a hi te ngai chu. Okay. See example ka ga bol be 11. Suppose the battery chu na. Higher pa chu plus, lower pa chu minus. Khutile chalai across the battery a hi 10 volt ka ti chu na khutile left langa hi example a b la ki lutin a b pa khu minus 2 volt a hi la chun. So tell me what will be the potential at a hi potential is that hi ngai ha difference to 10 a hi ngai chula na. So that means at a it should be 8 volt. Okay, aji chu difference should be 8 minus of minus 2 to 10. Okay, so that is this value. Potential difference na VA minus VB to 10 volt a hi ngai cho khabeta bol bete ita hi battery ma suppose 10 volt na he 10 volt ki hilo dang long thai cho example see suppose 8 volt te 8 volt jo piti na ham. So if I say point a hi let's say jara 12 volt te so a hi 12 volt hi lechun b hi izada hi ngai ha. So a minus b to 8 hi ngai chola na 12 minus izad to 8 hong hi ha 4 chola na. So therefore B will be 4 volt. Okay, so 12 minus 4 will be 8. So battery jo biham battery purpose to maintain potential difference across this. Okay, potential difference across the battery will always be 8 volt. Chai chilai value pa hi ka sai thelo na, it can be anything. So the first thing is battery maintains potential difference. Ani na hi piha chalai ka zilo wanga hi ti ha mangzon ke mangbe se lo na jong battery hoi circuit ang ke tu ting wala chun a purpose se piha battery purpose to it is a source of energy na energy supply bol to battery jong. So it's also jo koi circuit question ke bol na ho ki mangji jana khabe be. So just keep in mind those things. So here 10 volt battery means battery creates or maintains 10 volt potential across it. Okay, chalai example bol ho na che ho so ka se nai cho. Okay, he chang chu battery a he phot vilang na Ola cells ho involve phal combination of cells ho involve phal ba la chun charging discharging ti ho thengpa detail line bol deus na. Okay, so next you have combination of resistor. Resistor hina circuit aung ki connect phal hun, so there are two ways you can connect resistors. Okay, ama sa penju series combination ke tia ani na penju parallel combination ke tia. Okay, hi jo hi class 10 ajong na bolo ta jana hi jong la let's go back and revisit them. Masa penju series combination chu iti phal series ke ti ha. Suppose I have a circuit here. Chila circuit ke pi chula na. Chila hi battery ma V hiza potential difference across battery chu V hiza. Chila resistance R1 ma chila hi R2 chuna. Ale to hi battery apar hi current hung pod chuna. Current hung ala chun. So current goes like this. Current I. Azo battery ase wa chu hita hi battery hung ma plus minus chun current chu ti chi ham hita hi current chi ngai na. Okay. Circuit ho involve phale involve ke chu chala hi cho battery ho chuna. So here current I goes here. Current I heavy chun tai chi ding hita chi ding. So it just flows here. Velo chun I hi montena hi I ngen chang the current ki khelo na. So everywhere it is I. So if the same current passes through two or more resistors, okay, same current ke bangchu resistors nilathum ahina pass through ale, so those resistors are said to be connected in series. Okay, resistors also series aki connect hamtile if the current passing through them is same. Okay, chisu te ha hita jong chu saite hello le resistors to series aung ki connect ale chun same current will pass through the resistors. Okay, point number 1 should be so same current passes through resistors connected in series. Okay, so series aung ki connect wala chun piha same current na current ki bangchu, so it will pass through. Okay. Atile abana so formula chu I hol lo ngai na series aung ma chama saben current ki bang tiu chuna. So here let's say current I tau na. So let's try to decrease this tambale lai. Ale to hi potential difference across R1 to ka seba so battery hin energy supply hi jong ni explain theu cho battery apar hi energy honga chun chi energy chu hela ya chi de ha chi te ni ki hom na R1 to R2 hi. Okay, they will get distributed. The battery in energy supply hi chi energy pa hi iti ki measure am tele potential difference in terms of potential difference ki measure cha jiben hi. So let's say if the battery has V atile across R1 aho potential difference to let's say V1 across R2 a potential difference who V2 tiu na ale ka sei banga cho V2 piha V1 plus V2. Okay, so whatever energy supplied by the battery is piha distributed to R1 and R2 na. So here total potential difference pa hai na. Example across battery so V hilachun. Suppose if I take here V, so here it will be 0. Okay, so across this it will be V. Now sum of V1 plus V2 to V hi ngai jo chala hai. V2 ohms lo chup ha V2 IR ke di chula na. So here I can write down V is I into current battery apara current chi do ko I chula na. So I into here let's say R equivalent. Okay, this is equals to across V1 aho piha V1 ko I into R1 na. So I into R1 plus I into R2. Okay, aji chu same current ki vela hi ja chuna circuit a cho. Kutele tam jo si I jo si aki cancel a chun R equivalent chu ping potta. So R equivalent is R1 plus R2. Okay, it's a formula na resistor ni chu series aung ki combine aung ki connect ala chun amani equivalent pa chu na chu R1 plus R2 tin chu matang equivalent ke ti hi pi de na ha. Example chu ta hai niyam jana R to R2 te khutele amani hi equivalent chu pi de na ha. Suppose you have across battery V. So if equivalent ke tina, so you have to transform this into a simplest circuit. Na simplest circuit so having only one resistance and one battery. A battery to kun resistance kharbo se amna chi resistance pa ham this is R equivalent. Okay, so this is V. Hechi pa hai na. So this is hechi R equivalent pa hi. So R1 plus R2. Khutile isa diha R1 plus R2 chu 2 times of R. Okay, equivalent tina chu piham the simplest circuit converted na. Simplest circuit cho piham resistance khat ding battery khat ding current chi chu total current na chala hi. Okay, chito banga chuna suppose chlai resistance ni bo si am chala na. So if you have more than one resistor, more than two resistors in general tiute. Okay, in general if R1, R2, R3 and so on till Rn tiute na are connected in series. Khutil ama ho si R equivalent pa hi piung di ha. So then R equivalent to R1 plus, R2 plus, R3 plus, and so on till Rn. Just add all of them. Na bonchun ban plus jing la chun equivalent series combination na chun. Okay, then next we have parallel combination. Parallel combination chu piha. So I can connect dan lim pa jong ni vela chun diagram pa jong hi mel chi le chun. Series chu tai apan bana ki connect za parallel chu thakara na. So both of them are connected at the same junction here. Okay, kibang na. Okay, then ti phale potential parallel combination ke ti ham tele potential difference across the resistor. Aso aju current chu na series achu to chu resistors ni ki ka potential difference ke ba ala chun amani chu parallel lam ti ne chu. Or the reverse is also true. If two resistors are connected in parallel, then their potential difference will be same. Hiji chu ibola ka sai ha tele example azo ka sai ta chu hila heavy la chun battery hi v chu na. So if I say this is v, then this will be 0. Aji chu difference pa chu v hi ngai chu la. So here I think azing chela hi v hi le chun hila hi 0 he de na. Khutile chela point jong hi v hong hi chu. Thil khan ne he du chu hi tia wire hong chu na. Circuit hi wire ma resistance hoi ma cham lo la chun na. So plain wire hi le chun chela ka potential drop ti chu potential loss I ma cham lo de chu. Example he chela point hi 2 volt hi la chun chela point na jong hi 2 volt hi de. Aki hi nam lo de. Okay, he chebe hi mel si ta wa. So across a wire, so we have to assume that there is no potential drop or potential loss. Jisa chu chela 3 volt hi la chun chela jong 3 volt na. So point A and point B will have the same potential. Plain wire ki kone gale. Okay. Khudile chela heavy la chun chilang pa hai 0 na. So again this is also V, so this is also 0. Ale across R1 hi potential difference V minus 0 to V. Okay. Across R2 azong hi V minus 0 to again V na. Khudile potential difference across R1 to R2 chu ki bang ta chula. Okay, that means they are connected in parallel. It's a garab king ya. Okay, then current chu tiang nita. So current will come here. Let's say I. Okay, battery ko na current hu pot pa hai I diuten. I pa hai tia chi ding. So now the problem is you have R1 and R2. So current is going to split. Hilanga hi I1 current chi ding. Hilanga hi I2 current chi ding. Okay. So I1 to I2 ke hom da chu current chu. Ale to chu ipitita. Hilaya junction pa hai vela chun. Atila current I hong pa chu I1 to I2 ke hom khen da chu la na him. So therefore I can say that I is equals to I1 plus I2. It's a Kirchhoff law I sim do na isong like logically you can understand this one na. Hilaya current hong si chu hilang to hin hilang ki hom khen hun ta chu. Ki hom khen hun la chun amani hi plus leo chun chi pa hong po do ki chu. Okay. Khudile ohms law chu pi ha V equals to IR is I to V by R na. So here I can write this thing as V by R equivalent. So this is equals to V by R1 plus V by R2. Kasi bang sa potential difference across a bona battery zone R1 zone R2 zone V is okay na. So here all the V are same, so I will get cancel out. I will cancel them out. So 1 by R equivalent is anong pododing ham. So 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Okay. It's a formula chu. So two resistors in parallel hongi phala chun 1 by R equivalent to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Ai hon hi chi question solve na iman I ha man diu ja chuna. Question solve phala tai 1 by ke te pai ha cho. So you just take the solve this one. If you solve this one you have R equivalent equals to R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Okay. Hi chi pa hi mel chi ta. Hi chi pa hi question ke solve na in ha man diu cha. So if two resistors R1 and R2 are in parallel, amani equivalent pa chu R1 into R2 by R1 plus R2. Okay. Ahilole azo bang so in general. So if R1, let's say R2, R3, and so on n resistors na Rn are connected in parallel. Okay. Khutile ama ho equivalent hi pidi ha. R equivalent will 1 by R equivalent will be equals to, so 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 and so on till 1 by Rn. Okay, chichu formula. Okay, series to parallel combination alhang piana. Derivation ni khar ka bol mai me cho chalai he. So ihon i by hadu cho pi ham by hadu cho pen formula he by hadu. Okay, abana chalai formula pa he by hadu. Right? Okay, then we have seen the two types of combinations of resistors. Abana chuna chalai general formula he value chun he chi pa he. So ga gyal tau if R1, R2, R3, R4 all of them are same. Okay, aki ba al chun h R equivalent he pi di ha. So R plus n time is n into R na. It's depend here Rn R2 so Rn. Okay. So in series, so you have many resistors in series, n resistors. So R, and so on R. So that means n resistors, n identical na n identical resistors in series. Ama ho se si equivalent he piding ha. So there are R to n times na. So therefore you will be n into R. So if there are n identical resistors in series, the equivalent is n times R. Suppose I have many resistors in parallel. N resistors. Abona hi R so okay na R and then R. Kutile across 2 points R equivalent repeating ha. So here so 1 by R equivalent equals to 1 by R plus 1 by R plus na. So 1 by R equivalent is equals to 1 by R plus 1 by R plus 1 by R. It is at n times na. So you'll have here so 1 by R equivalent is equals to 1 by R plus 1 by R plus 1 by R plus and so on n times 1 by R. Kutila chizar n by R chuna ji 1 by R equivalent. Kutila R equivalent chizar hong podo de ha. So this will be R divided by n. Okay. Sitten yung hinamel si dio n identical resistors in parallel hong malachun. So resistor had value to a number of resistors and divide ball lesson na. So R by n. So that is in parallel combination. Abana series acho piha n times number of resistors into resistance of one resistor. Okay, n into R. Okay, heading up mo cho ho su ta so now we'll solve questions. Question hi cho na combination of resistors a question ki dong hoi pem tele equivalent hold on na. Find the network hong ke piding tin chila cho find the equivalent resistance of the network hong ke ti so. Okay, across any 2 points na. Hita he batang first question chi vela chun chila hi question ki pi cho na chi. Question cho pi find the equivalent resistance across A and B. So across A and B hong ke ti phala chun chi pi te na ha. Hila hi battery ta ki connect ni cho chala hi. There is battery na. So we have to find out the simplest circuit I convert. So with one resistor and one V. So this is your R equivalent. So a point pen so look for any two resistors which are in series or parallel. Network hong ke pia hai na whole le chun resistors ni hi na series ham ai lo parallel ham khara te cho he cho om lo le ki solve thelo cho circuit pa hai na. So if you look carefully the network, so you will find two resistors ni na, so they are in either series or parallel. Hita om jana mo de cho hilai ga value hen ho chi chi hi ta cho 4 to hin 5 hi series ham. So it is series ha. So between any two resistor, if there is a junction, okay, junction ahong ma la chu series cho. Example chala 2 to 4 here bola series lo ham tile helai junction na ka na. So if there is a junction, then they are not in series, okay. Akasai bang chu to value 3 to 6 ki ka he junction ma he junction hilo cho japan here. So junction chu bi ham so kasai ba chu chalai battery om tena cho lai battery ma line thum na he ta he. So this is a junction, okay. Hotel 3 to 6 pa hi series arm chale na hila diagram ma sharp edge om wang hi ata ta khu wire tang electrical wire khu mu kho chala wire khu de na ki he khoi le thei chale na so it is not necessary that the wire will be like this okay hi ta jong thei ta yong curve okay so 3 curve ta hi na so that means these two are in series amani solve ma sa pen lo chen ping pot de ha so ka solve fa la chun so 4 ohm 5 ohm to 2 ohm na so 3 to 6 ko series ha hom ka solve also 3 plus 6 to 9 ohm okay 9 ohm ta na abana chu pi ha abana hi pp chu series tang khatwei chu series te ni chu solve sai wala chu na abana circuit pa hebila chu you will again find two resistors which are in series or parallel omum jing ni chu two hin vela chu 2 to hin 9 pa hi parallel am chu na so they are in parallel aji itini he diwa parallel chu 9 pa n point to hin 2 pa n point ke mat na lang khala 2 pa n point to 9 pa n point ke mat so that means these two are in parallel okay to so amani solve ki deu na okay 4 ohm 5 ohm zat de ha chala hai so parallel form so ka same as r1 into r2 by r1 plus r2 so 2 into 9 divided by 2 plus 9 okay that means 2 9 are 18 divided by 11 ohm okay okay chu ki chai ta ale next a hi ke le chun chi to hin chi hi series am ta so na amani hin solve ki deu chu solve ki le chun so you will have zata 5 ohm ma badang chela point a to b pa hi na he che pa hin na tham lo lo de tai am da na koi jing de a chi chan so ab so series hang ma la chun so 4 plus 8 by 18 by 11 na chu we have 44 plus 18 62 divided by 11 ohm na to 62 by 11 to 5 ohm is parallel am ke da chula na solve ke le chun so finally you will have only one resistor which is the equivalent na chu zat de ha chala hi so 62 by 11 into 5 divided by 62 by 11 plus 5 okay chu solve 1000 pot de ha r1 into r2 by r1 plus r2 so if you solve that you have so 5 2 are 10 5 6 are 30 31 divided by so 55 plus 62 to 117 117 ohm na hi pen hi bem chi hi r equivalent okay abana solve no wala decimal points and solve no wala divide bol le chuna chala hi okay first question ki china a question bolan pa chu he thim ding wa chu ga bol jana la hi okay then next question abana hi vela chun register hoya bona r ki pizu ke na so all of them are r here r okay chilai chi question ko koina ji hena point khan umcho so azo ka se pa across wire na wire hi across any two points between any two points in a wire if there is no resistors or capacitor or any electrical device imacham lawala chun potential drop imacham lawdina example chu chalai tang hi chilai point a chuna japan so this is point a khute chalai point ni vela chun chiki ka hi pi ma imacham no pi chula na plain wire rom chala so plain wire hi potential drop loading just this is chu chalai jang hi potential a hi ngai similarly here also potential a chila jong hi potential a across the wire there is nothing here resistance hoi macham lo ja so potential difference hilai to hilai potential ki bang cho okay chila jong ki bang chila jong a hi ngai chila jong hi a hi ngai na a hi wang chilai point to chilai point hi vela chun a ki ka hi resistors um chuna so therefore they are not the same anymore okay junction khat hong ma la chun unknown junction pa you can put x y z a b c anything okay to chi ti je pai na redraw diu cho japan hi ti redraw diu ha so between a and b I have one junction x here okay junction khan chana x ale ama sapena ho hi che pa he betaw hi chi hui lai ke ka am ha x to b ki ka am chana japan hi so I have to write here one resistor between x and b so this is r abana che pa he vela chun che pa hi hui lai ki ka am ha a to x ki ka am chana so between a and x I have one resistor which is r. Abana chilang pa he value chun chi pa jong hi a to x ki ka na. So again I have another one between a and x. Okay, chila x. Abana thumna alina pa chi pa jong value chun chi pa jong hi a to x ki ka na. So therefore between a and x I have 1 r. Okay, to chi pen hi solve da chi ga solve le chun tin solve de ha la hi ka zo ka tang azo n identical resistor formula ka pi pa cho hilai thum ta am chana chi thum ta parallel am chala. So all of them are r, they are in parallel. Khutila formula cha pi ha r by n na. So r divided by chala number of resistors are ha thumum chana. So r by 3 hi ngai cho ama ho is equivalent hi. So therefore if I try to simplify this, I will have here r by 3 and then r. Okay, so point A and point B. To chivigi lo chun hichi solve sai vai na solve sai vai chalai junction pai mang ta cho. So now this is not the junction anymore, okay? As well as chalai junction is akha binatin so chiten ni series ai point na thi theu chuna. But here you see chi hichi solve sai zo vai velo chun chalai resistors ni bo si am ta cho. Okay, chalai r to r by 3 bo am ta na. So here they are in series, okay? Right? Okay, hona x pa cho mang ta cho chalai junction hi ta lo cho chalai hi. So if you solve this, what will you have? So r equivalent to r by 3 plus r. So which is 4r by 3. Series to r1 plus r2. So na. Okay, next you have one more. Value chun chalai abm kira. So ka say banga cho hechi iti solve ha so he. So look for any two resistors which may be in series or parallel na. Video na mobile hai which is series which is parallel ham. Hilai 4 to 3 hi series hilau chula na. Aji chu chalai junction khatam cho. Okay, chilang aji khatam na. Ale ebola chitani parallel hilo ham tele hilang hi akisu kha banga chu hilang n pa hi ki su khalau cho. Okay. Then so here we can see that this and this are in series na. Hilai sub edge on banga hi, so here sub edge means nothing. Okay, so ji itang koi thei cho. So here these two are in series. Ga solve lesson zat pod di ham. So if I solve this, I have something like this. To solve legend 4 ohm, 3 ohm, 4 ohm, 3 ohm. Could tell 4 plus 2, so which is equals to 6 ohm. Okay, series to r1 plus r2 na. Ale to heavy legend. Hechi pa to hinchi pa parallel lam da cho chala he hechi hi junction to kilo wanga chu ka sewa chu chalai plain wire huma la chun amani hi potential difference ki bang le cho potential difference ke bang la chun it is as if these two are connected like this. Okay, so then you have 3 and 6 are in parallel. Amani solve ki le chun okay like this na nalmo base 4 ohm, 3 ohm, 4 ohm. Kutila chala hi 3 into 6 divided by 3 plus 6 to 9. Okay, is that the so 2 ohm. Parallel to r1 into r2 by r1 plus r2. Na so 2 ohm. Abana solve ke lechun abana petia. So abana hi 2 pa to hin 4 pa hi series am ge chuna. So solve ke lechun. Again you have okay. So 4 ohm, 3 ohm. So 4 plus 2. So again you'll have 6 ohm. Okay. So the value is 6 ohm pa to hin. He 3 ohm pa hi parallel am ki chuna lai. So you solve them again. So 4 ohm. So 3 into 6 divided by 3 plus 6 to 9. Again you have 2 ohm. Okay. He across AB na chala hi. Ale to hi 4 ohm to hin 2 ohm hi series am ta chuna si to hin hi. Okay, so if you solve those two again, so finally you have one resistors here across AB. So that 4 plus 2 is equals to 6 ohm. Okay, so this is how you find equivalent resistance na. Okay, next. Okay, now to hi question design chum khat na. It's a infinite ladder jangati, infinite ladder problem jangati. Then, so exam acho he value r ho hela hai na numbers jang ki thai hilole alphabet ai r jang ki koi thai so chala. So what is the technique to solve this one? He value jang infinite ki so infinity jang tai chi na. So ladder jo sawa saw jing jo chala he. Ale tu hin question khan dong ka de. Hechela equivalent resistance pa hi, let's say this is RQ. Okay, R equivalent. Ale to chu heche pa hi bikan bol ham tele. I'm going to cut this into half somewhere here. Na, sibela chun. So I'm going to cut it here. Ka cut ala chun chelai para hi tang. To chu chelai para hi chelai si na. God, try to redraw it. What will you see? What will you have? Hita yam ding, hita chi ding, hita chi ding, hita chi ding. So again, you'll go till infinity. Okay, like this. Ale, to's original pa hivelation. So if you try to compare this and this, is there any difference? Okay, here na pimam. Hila jong hi point hat na. Velocity okay here nam no picture na original pa to him velocity. So you see the original also you have R na R abana R tai chi ke chula infinity chan. So this is also infinity. Okay. Tija chu he chala ta hing he chan hing kat jong lang na. He chi ho si equivalent pa to hin original equivalent pa he cho si equivalent pa hai na. So they will be approximately the same thing. Okay. Na he chala pa to hin aki kat jo chi pa hi da na. He chi original pom pi pa equivalent pa he ki bang cha. Okay. So that is what I'm going to do here. So if I cut it there, I will have here R. Na to chu ho khela hi chala hi R equivalent ka si ta chu lai. This is R equivalent. A and then B. Hichi bu bola R equivalent ka si ham ka tile hichi ho si equivalent pa na. So hichi ho si equivalent pa chu it will be the same as the equivalent of this whole thing. Aju chilai ka ai ki hi name cham no chu. Okay. So this is R, this is R. Okay, then if you try to solve this parallel then R into R equivalent divided by R plus R equivalent na abana hechiteni combination doesn't change series arms na. So here I will have R plus and the whole thing will be R equivalent. Okay, it's R equivalent pa hapiam. So the whole wire adinga equivalent pa to R equivalent na. Ale silang R equivalent pa hapiam. Hechalai para silang si equivalent pa na si pa to R equivalent. Chong hi R equivalent. Kibang tina chuteni he. So they are approximately the same thing. Okay, you solve this. R equivalent here confusing the capital R la jing. So R is equals to R plus R into R divided by R plus R. Got solve legend. So R into R plus R square is equals to R square plus R into R plus R into R. So R gets cancel out. Pita chala here. So R square minus R into R minus R square equals to 0. Like quadratic equation kanong po chuna chi minus B plus root over B square minus 4AC te homang la chun chila hi zarong po do ha. So here I will have here R is equals to minus B is halai minus R chula na. So here I will have here R plus hilai adita ho plus minus omji na. Hilai plus minus ki koilo so ji chu abana square root si value pa hilin jo cho negative resistance itelo na. So here I will take here capital R into root over R square minus R square minus 4AC 4 A who 1 C who minus R square. So divided by 2. Okay. So B square minus 4AC A to 1 hiza na chila 1 umza C to PM C to R square minus R square na C to minus R square. So you solve this, you'll have R plus asunga hu R square plus minus minus plus 4R square. So you'll have root 5 into R square and root 5 by 2. Okay. Chip any small R here B. So okay, like this. Now as B to you have to compare with this with x square plus ax square plus b into x plus c. Now b to minus small r. Okay, a variable x pa to capital R pa kasi nito. So your answer is what? So 1 plus root 5 by 2 into small r. Okay, that's the answer na. Okay, abana hi actual question na leather problem question kan gabi out. So the equivalent resistance of the infinite network given below is the question 2022 question na. Value chun chila hi infinite ladder mama cho chi. So here again you have a full ladder. Hechi beta hechi pa hi R equivalent ka tia la chun. So now I'm going to cut out this wire here again. Chila ka tan ke dicho. Ka tana la chun chilang sisip tang. So if I cut here, I will have this is the new equivalent chipa hi r equivalent hi le chun hi chipa hi value chun okay confusing thoe na. So I'm going to cut here and then I'm going to redraw this part here. Redraw length again I have 1 ohm, 1 ohm, 1 ohm. Itachi kidicho. Okay, now I'm going to remove this. Tun ga ver ka le chuna ki hi na pim mala hi. Achunga patonu ya pa hi. Ki hi na mam lo pi chula na. Chong hi infinity chanchi za, chong hi infinity chanchi na. So that means they are identical. See, this is identical with this. Okay. Hilaya khat kala do wanga chu ki hi na mam lo pi chula na la hi. So chipa equivalent to r equivalent hi le chun, chipa equivalent to r equivalent hi ngai. Okay, concept chu chu bu chuli infinite letter question ho hi. Okay, then I will cut here. Let's say the equivalent of this part is capital R. Na so I volta bang watch. So that means here I will have 1 ohm. So 1 ohm, 1 ohm, and then here I will have here equivalent of the rest. So 1 ohm, 1 ohm, 1 ohm. Ale chipen hinga solve le chun. Zat de ha. To chito hinchi parallel lam chula na. So I will have them 1 into r divided by 1 plus r. Okay. Abana chu ho to hin hi chu to hin chi to my series am khom chuna. So therefore I will have here 1 plus r by 1 plus r plus 1. So this is equals to r equivalent. Okay. Chi total equivalence is hi capital R. So na chito chun hilaiten in solve wala chun r by 1 plus r hang pod ding chito chun chito hin chi athum by series am jana la hi. So again so you solve this. R is equals to, so 2 plus r by 1 plus r. So if I solve this, I will have here r plus r square is equals to 2 plus 2r plus r. So r gets cancelled out. So what do you have? R square minus 2r minus 2 is equals to 0. Ilahi quadratic equation ng porket na. So formula sa manglaw chun. So what is r minus b? So minus 2 to 2 plus root over b square 2 square to 4 minus 4ac 4 into minus 2 to plus 8 divided by 2. That has 2 plus 12 to 2 root 3. So divided by 2. So the answer is 1 plus root 3 ohm. Okay. Okay, abana na chalutin. To hi equivalent resistance hole na ana. Kimang concept hat evolve cho. Chichu piham tele wheatstone bridge kiti na. Kichi wheatstone bridge hi ho syllabus hi balance pa bo se hi om ja hai na. Balance pa bo se hi bolde within. Mitang balance wheatstone bridge chupiti na ham tele. Suppose circuit achuna. Chi structure pa hai chi design pa hai bela chun. Chi design pa hai na. Chi to banghin na move wala chun hechi hi na hechi pen hechi construction pa hai na chi pen hi wheatstone bridge kiti cho chi him. Ale chelai question chelai vela chun resistance ngam chuna la him ngala hi. So can you identify any two which are in series or parallel? Na wal thaivam vela chun chelai junction cho pona hi junction cho. So ita line hongoma na line ita hongoma chelai junction hi lo cho. So one line goes here, one line goes here. Ji ta kha bo straight line ta bang cho chi him. Okay. Ai wang cho ta line thum na ai lo le line li tam ke su khoma chun chi junction ta chi proper junction. Okay. So resistance niki ka achu na. So R1 to R2 ki ka achu. If there is a junction, then they are not in series or parallel. Okay. Series am lo tinai cho. So R1 to R5 vela chun chila hi junction ngom na ki ka na ye. So R1 to R5 bang chu series hello. So here is the construction I vela chun you don't have any two resistors which are in series or parallel. Sam lo cho. Okay. Ale chi di solve lo ta. So here you can have one condition. Chi condition chu piham if R1 by R2 ratio pakona equals to R3 by R4. His condition is satisfy alachun ipetiam tele so no current flows through R5. R5 ahu current imacha chi lo de. Okay. Dang see in a circuit, okay, circuit ahi branch khada khona any part of a circuit, any branch in a circuit it's a branch azu current achi lawa lechun na chi current achi lo lechun chi branch pa chu it's like it does not exist. Okay, na remove jing the chu chalai branch pa chu na. So that means here I can simply remove R5. R5 ko remove leng ipm data chala hi R1, R3, R2 and then R4. So here R1, R2, R3 and then R4. So R1 to R3 value to a series arm. So now you can solve them. Okay. It's like penny solve hello. So solve zero. So I want here to PM series parallel combination here. So like when it's solve zero. If none of them are in series or parallel, then I here na knowledge apart to solve hello. Okay. So condition by here check na. So R1 by R2 should be equals to R3 by R4. Circuit karong kipina ko na circuit karong kipia. The circuit chu if you cannot find any two resistors which are in series or parallel, it is a very high chance na. No syllabus you can say that it is sure that that question is based on wheatstone bridge, balanced wheatstone bridge na. So mi alsi tao. Betang example tin piving hita hi combination karong umcho na chi. I'll try to write simple as I can't. It's a 2 ohm tiltin, suppose si pen 3 ohm tilte. Suppose sila nga hi 6 ohm na sila nga hi 9 ohm tilte. Sila nga hi 4 ohm tilte. Kutsel sila hi value chun iti ki solve diha chi equivalent to iti solve diha la hi. Ki solve hello sila na. So now you find out R1 to pm chi R1 na. So this is R1, R2 to pm chi pa hi R2, R3 to pm 6 pa hi R3. R4 to pm 9 pa hi R4 na chi hi. Ale 2 hin R1 by R2 chu jan podam ilai ga solve le chun. So R1 by R2 to 2 by 3. 2 by 3. Okay. Ale R3 by R4 ratio chu jan so R3 by R4 to 6 by 9. So 3 2 are 6, 3 3 are 9. Value chun ki bang chuna ratio chu. Hita bang ratio ong ki ba la chun. So now you can simply remove the middle part of the circuit. Current umlo ta chu. Okay. So now value chun to hi 2 to 6 is series arm ta na. Sitini ki solve ta chu. Solve leo chun is anong pododing ham. So 2 plus 6 to 8 ohm. Okay. Abana nui lang ako pibam. So 9 plus 3 is 12 ohm. Abana 8 to 12 hi parallel arm na. So parallel arm la chun 8 into 12 divided by 8 plus 12 is 20. So you solve this one. So for 5 are 20, for 3 are 12. So 24 by 5 ohm. Chichu equivalent ta chu. Okay. Wheatstone balance wheatstone bridge to ibolai moham tele it is going to make our question solvable na. Question solve na it will make it easier. Okay. So in a balance wheatstone bridge, no current will flow through R5. Iti pala current flow of them tele it's like ratio pa R1 divided by R2 to ratio pa chu R3 divided by R4 to ke ba ala chun na. So in that case no current will flow through R5. So simply remove R5. Wheatstone bridge design chum na question ahong circuit ahong ke pi ala chun design chum nan ve saving alang pi IPP tayam. So masa bena chu chi hi vela chun chi jong ke bang jana zo chun si chila hi hitai direct achi jing jana ta hi. So here also same thing hitai jong le ji theu chu 1 ohm pa ko na 5 ohm pa ko ta jong ke ji thei. So same thing. Okay. Hila hi 1 ohm pa hi pi ham chi pa hi R1, 5 ohm pa ko pi ham chi pa hi R2, 4 ohm pa ko R3, 20 ohm pa hi R4, 3 ohm pa ko R5 na. Ale chila hi R1 by R2 za thang ponam. So R1 by R2 is equals to 1 by 5. Okay. Ale R3 by R4 is ponam. R3 by R4 is equals to, so 4 divided by 20. 4 1 is 4, 4 5 are 20. 1 by 5 pong porkit na sila him. So then we can see that R1 by R2 is equals to R3 by R4. Which case has PTM till no current passes through R5. Whole circuit hit hazi leuchun. So you will have 1 ohm, 4 ohm, 5 ohm to 20 ohm na. So 20 ohm, so 5 ohm, 1 ohm to 4 ohm. Ale solve lesson sa podo ding ham. So 1 plus 4 asung lang ako 5 ohm ding. Na, ano lang ako sa ham. So 5 plus 22 25 ohm. Okay, ito here. So amani parallel ham na. So solve lesson sa podo ding ham. So finally you have so 5 into 25 divided by 5 plus 25 to 30. So 5 5 by 25, 5 6 are 30. So that means 25 by 6 ohm. Equivalence. So you have one more design of balance with storm bridge. Chichu value jon hila his let's say point A and B. A to B ka hi equivalent ka holo itin acho. Okay. So here you have one junction chepa hi y tutin khat pa hi x tut ajala hi. Chepa hi value jon chong hi balance chong hi with storm bridge design ni cho kan vel sa cho. So let's try to redraw this one. Okay. So point A chala hi oma, so point B chala hi oma. Akika ho junction niom na, you put junction two junctions like this, x and y. Alema sa pena 3 ohm ko hoila ki ka ama. 3 ohm pa he value chun A to hin x ki ka am na. So therefore between A and x you have 3 ohm. Okay. Abana 7 ohm ko hoila ki ka amam. So x to B ki ka am na. So B is here. So same thing B na. Chichu x to B ka chu 7 ohm ta cha. Okay. Abana 9 ohm ko hoila ki ka amam. 9 ohm chu y to A ki ka am na. So A to chalai point ke bang so same wire here na. So I will have here 9 ohm. Abana 21 ohm who y to B ka am na. So y and B I have 21 ohm. Abana x to y ka who 5 ohm. Okay. So katha redraw la chun to evaluation with stone bridge to kelo ta chuna la here. So R1 chu pi ha. So R1 chu 3. So this is R1. R2 chu pi ham 9 ohm. R3 chu pi ham 7 ohm. R4 chu pi ham 21 ohm. Okay. Kutele R1 by R2 chu pi ha. R1 by R2 chu. So 3 divided by 9 na. So 3 1 is 3. 3 3 are 9. Abana R3 by R4 chu pi ham. So R3 by R4 chu 7 divided by 21. 7 1 is 7. 7 3 are 21. Kutele ratio chu 1 by 3 ki bang na. So therefore no current through R5. Chi ka tha zi le chun tha redraw le chun ipi tha jala hi 3 ohm ma hilanga 7 ohm ma. So 9 ohm and 21 ohm. So 3 ohm, 7 ohm. Okay, so like this. To solve lesson 7 to 3 who series ohm na. So you'll have here so 7 plus 3 is 10 ohm. 9 to 21 ohm who series ohm. So therefore you have 30 ohm. So amani equivalent ko ding ham parallel ohm na. So here they will have so 10 into 30 divided by 10 plus 32 40. Okay. So you'll have 30 divided by 4. Okay, so 30 by 4 ohm. Okay, so balance with stone bridge design possible design ho na hung thaidi question hoi bolo cha. So now we'll try to start solving actual questions na exam hung question solve ta. Okay, must apena chalai question here. Effective resistance between A and B if the resistance of its resistor is R na R ke pisu ke bona ke bang cha resistance mo se ale itai circuit khalong ke pi phala chun equivalent hol na dinga cha na pi bol deuta masapen ka sei banga chu so resistor ni na. So try to find any two which are either in series or parallel. Series am ham ai la parallel am ham ti na ni ai hol ngai chu ala chalai velo chun. So here junction hoi velo chun junction ni tai su ke chun na ka se bang junction chu si hi tai la circuit hong ma ta chi ko le chun he chi he junction hi lo chu ai ba thomi ta hong phoma chun chalai junction om ta na ai lo le li hong phoma le chun junction hi lai to resistor ni ki ka chu junction hong ma la chun amani chu series hong lo chu amani chu series am thelo na chi ja chu chalai velo chun chi resistor hoi he bona he na. So there are none of them are in series or parallel. Chi phala chun bi ka se ha ita hi na holwa ni. So two or more resistors which are not in series or parallel hi na mozo lo wala na. So in this case it is a very high chance that the circuit path na wheatstone bridge ki applied in na. So it is an application of wheatstone bridge. Okay, tanga velo chun to hi chalai hi chung lang si beta. So just focus on this part. Chalai ka focus le chun ipi to kelo a chi wheatstone bridge to kelo chuna chalai hi R1 ma R2 ma R3 R4 R5. Okay, atila chalai hi R1 to R2 chu pe ha. So when you solve this you have tang chalai ka haina ka se bang chu hi chi pai R1 to R is R2 to R1 by R2 to 1 na. Zilanga khu R3 chu chi is R4 chu chi is R3 by R4 chu again 1 ki bang chu na. So therefore no current in the middle resistance. Chỉ cho lại pa hi ila mang do. Okay, you can remove this. Chita banga chu anui lang pa jong hi value chun, so this part of the circuit. Na ila jong hi R1 by R2, R3 by R4 ki bang ki chun la jong hi. So therefore no current here. Alai pa jong hi current lo, so you can remove it. To chu hi chi ta bang so da chi pen hing ka tha ji lo chun. Okay, I'll try to redraw it. Hidia hina khateni khuila do wala chun chi ta chu resultant cho value chun chiteni series a chiteni series a chiteni hi series a na you solve wala ta bang pot de ha cho. So here I will have something like this. Khun ni ko bala chun 2r na, so abana alai pa jong khu 2r anmi pa jong khu 2r apang ten hi r hin alai na ke su khanai lo ale chi solve ke lechun. So identical resistors in parallel to formula pi ha, so r by n na hi chalai r hi pi ham 2r resistance of one resistor to 2r na ale ama ho resultant cho pi yung ding ham. So I will have r, so 2r divided by 3 thum ta ja chuna ala to finally amo thum hi velo chun series ta chole na ga solve le chun charang pod de ham. So r plus 2r by 3 plus r. Okay, charang pod de ha, so 2 3 2 4 6 7 8r by 3. Okay, so answer to 8r by 3. Okay, abana find the equivalent resistance between two ends. Circuit ka kepi na chi question hi bola ko ham ko tele it's like concept ho na here do diu pai mo khale niom ja kan bol cha ma se bena chala he bidang if I say hi chi pa he point a tiu te na ale chalai pa he point za ni ham chong hi a hi ngai aji chu across a plane wire potential drop ima cham lo cha hedwa ale chalai a hi le chun chalai bidang wire ta he plane wire ta chi a hi sa chi chalai chang galung ki chuna ale plane wire across as a potential drop om lo le chun, so chalai point jong hi point a hi ngai. Okay, abana point B hi la point B tiu na atile chela jong hi point B yung hiding. So when I go across the plane wire hi ta hi ka chia plane wire ka chel chun chela jong hi point B hi ngai na, so therefore this is point B, right? Hotile point izana ma ni bo se am chana e to B bo se, so atile ma sapena R by 3 pa hi khule ku ipile pi ki ka ama e to B ki ka am chana chepen here. So therefore I will have here one resistance that is R by 3 between A and B. Abana alai pa hola amam, so B to A ki ka am ke chalana. So between A and B I have one more to R by 3. Ale athum na penjong ko value chong hi A to B ki ka am chana. So therefore I will have here one more R by 3. So khutila thum ta na 3 identical resistors in parallel to R by 3 mandio. So therefore R equivalent to piham, so R by 3 divided by 3 to R by 9. Okay, answer to R by 9. Simple na ihe diva pa mo bencho chalai across a plane wire potential drop pa he na umlo. So if this point is A, then this point will also be A. Abana a wire of resistance R is bent into a triangular pyramid segment of same length. Tahitia hem jo wire khachu time na wire khachu hiche pa ya saudan hi l tiu ta ale resistance jong chu capital R ke pi na wire pa ya pum pi hi to pum pi hi heche chu pi ti dam tele heche wire khar bo se ke la chi wire khar bo se chu ki manga chi figure ke pi bai ke form so ale heche wire chu izar ai tan bo ngai ha. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 gu bai tan bo ngai cho antima goba ke tan body jo pyramid le cho ta hechelai pa hi sao jo hechelai to hechelai ki te kala chun. So this one is longer a hi wan che pen 3D cho e ti moi na 3D pyramid a hi ja chu hi cho hi side to hin size au sia bona ke bang cho all the sides are same na hi wire pa hi equally gobai tan bo ngai na thema gobai tan bo dio chu pyramid pa hi same deu na. So if I cut this into 6 2 3 4 5 6 cut he na a resistance is at the ha it will be R by 6. Total to R h na R to go back hop kana lesson resistance also go back it will be 1/6 times. Okay, so each wire will have resistance R by 6. So R by 6 abona hena R by 6. Okay, R by 6 and then R by 6. to chu resistance ki heta abana chu equivalent solve na dinga chu we have to find any two which are in series or parallel na ala chala hi om thelo pe chuna ji chu junction hoi junction ngen chong mila lai he so between any two junction between any two resistors you have junction ale hita hi imuzo lo wala chun ep ka saita it is an application of wheatstone bridge na adang song thai chu iwanga thang pia chu in general in most cases it is an application of wheatstone bridge chela chunglang si beta chunglang ho si bela chun it's R1 R2 R3 R4 R5 you get chula na so R1 by R2 chu ham R by 6 chu 1 na R3 by R4 jan chu 1 so therefore no current through this chipa he la do ta chu la do leo chun eta bang ta to chu so I have something like this between A and B okay R by 6 na bona chu R by 6 and R by 6 chika solve le chun jan po do de ham to chu chunga te ni hu chite ni series ta chu chi so ka sai banga chu chala azum hina so if you have two lines like this is not a junction okay junction hi lo chu chu so I will have here chunga te ni ko solve leng R by 6 plus R by 6 to R by 3 okay R by 6 plus R by 6 to R by 3 abana alaya te ni ko chitong ko ka solve la chun R by 3 yung po do ding na abana nu ya ko chang sia R by 6 okay no be hechra he a b hi abona he parallel da chuna no be 1 by R equivalent equals 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 jong na man theo a hello jong lam ni hin solve masa theo na chiten solve masa le chun so two identical in series chu bham R by n so R by 3 divided by 2 it's here R by 6 is a chela hi has pen R by 3 divided by 2 chu R by 6 chela parallel lam tin hena R by 6 to R by 6 pa he solve le chun is de ha so R by n formula chamang le chun chela hi so you'll have so R by 6 divided by n chu number of resistors to 2 na chu R by 12 question chun R by n what is the value of n until n chu at ham 12 okay. Next, a uniform metal wired of length L. So wire kharahum ketna to he wire ma wire length to L, resistance to 10 ohm. So now this wire is stretched to 2L. Itin ga bol te ta wire kharum za jo length L. Hichipa he 2L ke stretch na. Kisu sao te na cho. Kisu sao you have 2L. Khutile isu sao wala chun resistance tha pa chu za de ha. So let's say that is R na ke hello chula chi he chi ta bang question here last video chi solve ta chu solve dan jang chu technique jong ka hel ta na he ke solve de ha chala hem aji chu final resistance by here ngai chu epiti busy ham tele to he ke stretch in tin a ke stretch jo it is bent in the form of a perfect circle na to chu he chi abana next question nium chu chala hema sapena chu wire chu ke stretch ma santin abana ke stretch pa chu ke he kon na circle la ke he kona so they ask question on that circle okay ama sa peninsula a stretch zawa new resistance pa hold out chita bang question na kasi bang volume remains constant okay volume remains constant volume chu piham area cross sectional area into length na and in masapa area initial area tutin length to L so final area into length to 2L okay then what is this so L gets cancelled out final area chu piham initial area divided by 2 so therefore final resistance to piding ham so rho into 2L divided by A final rho L by A chula na resistance to a new length part to 2A 2L hi ja chu ila 2L put dio so A initial part A final part ti ka jithiam so here I can write here rho into so 2L divided by A initial by 2 chilai condition pa hai na he cha pa ka follow so khutile 2 pa chi ding I will have here 4 rho L divided by A initial he chi value hi pm chi pen hi chala 10 ohm pa hai na rho L by A initial pa chu initial resistance tina chu pen hi okay so therefore if I put 10 I will have here 40 ohm so R final ale new resistance pa chu 40 ohm tina chu chi to chu thapa he epiki bola so now this is bent to form a perfect circle na so I want to draw a perfect circle like this ita circle da chu he circle he pitiam So find the equivalent resistance across any arbitrary diameter. So I will take one point here, point A. Diameter should say here na, point B. So across these 2 points, what is the equivalent resistance? One full wire to around across any 2 point equivalent so now I can assume this as I have broken down this into 2. Hilanga semi circle to semi circle kasima khara semi circle kasim na wire ni ka suta chalai. Okay, length is reduced to half. Length okay reduce half okay reduce as resistance also half okay reduce na. As so rho R to pm rho into L by A. So L by 2 ong hilachun R by 2 is in. Okay, directly proportional is as na. So therefore, resistance to 40 ohm hilachun achung lang pa he 20 ohm hongiding anui lang pa dong he 20 ohm. Okay, so I can redraw this whole thing as something like this. 20 ohm to 20 ohm parallel ohm na je. So what is the answer? 20 by 2. So that is 10. R equivalent to pm. So 20 divided by 2. So which is 10 ohm. To n identical resistors bol ho chana he cho revise velang patian mel chita wa. So this is a NEET exam question na. So next, a wire of resistance R is bent into equilateral triangle. Masa bena chu equilateral triangle aki benda ta wire khanam cho a length to L tutin resistance to R. Masa bena chu wire to equilateral triangle aki bend intin. An identical wire is bent into a square. Kharpa chu square aki bend na ta he. Then the ratio of resistance between any two end points. Suppose A B tutin H khat to H khat ki ka chu na. H khat ning ten cho. So let's say this is point A and this is point B. So they ask you what is the equivalent khat by R1 tutin equivalent point B tin. Ab khat pa chu R2 tutin na. Triangle pa equivalent hi R1 hi de. Square pa equivalent hi R2 hi de. Ale to chu tang he chi wire khat ongom za chi wire pa hi triangular equilateral triangle ka sim ning ala chun hi thuma ka hop khen ngai chana che. Thuma ka hop khen a length chu pita. So length will be L by 3. So L by 3 and then L by 3. Length to L by 3 hilachun resistance so R by 3 hong na. So here I will have here R by 3 and then R by 3. Okay. Chito bang square to form ta. Square form na ding a wire to liya ko hop khen na. Bong li ka su ding. So bong kha chu L by 4 length is a resistance so R by 4 hong di. So I will have here R by 4. So R by 4 and then R by 4. Ji solve it acha. Triangle pi solve ma solution triangle pi solution I can rewrite this whole thing as ita hi ni series ama kharkhu parallel am na. So like this between A and B. Okay, chito hin chi series am chu ta hi series am na ban che pai achang sia chu ma am. Okay, square pa khola ga ari draw the lesson. So 1 2 3 and 4. As it should R by 4 to more series series. So this is series. So you try to solve them. Abona so value to R by 3 na khatpen R by 3 achunga ten ko series ka solve ala chun R by 3 plus R by 3 to 2R by 3. So here I will have 2R by 3 anui langa ko R by 3. Okay, A and B. So equivalent is that ham. So therefore 1 by R equivalent R1 to the triangle pi equivalent pi here. So this will be equals to so 3 by 2R plus 3 by R. So 1 by 2R by 3 plus 1 by R by 3 tinai. So Japan hi ka solve fale chiung podo dina. 3 ten hi achung lang chi ding. Okay. So if you solve this you have what so 2 to 3 are 6. So I will have here 6, 7, 8, 9 by 2R. So that is 1 by R1. Kutile R1 to piham 2R divided by 9. It's a triangle pa equivalent na here. Similarly, you find out for square. Square pa so R by 4 is a R by 4 thum phun got value 3R by 4 hong le na no ble R1 into R2 by R1 plus R2 zona man theo chalai solve now na chi. So you can also do it R2 by 3 into R by 3 divided by 2R by 3 plus R by 3. It doesn't solve theo no to na. So if I solve this, I will have here so something like this, 3R by 4 abal anu lang hi R by 4. Okay, it is solved ke. So parallel na, so 1 by R2 should be equals to 4 by 3R plus 4 by R. Okay, so LCM ke baad solution, denominator ke baad solution, so 3, 3, 4 are 12, multiply, divide by 3. So 16 by 3R, so that is 1 by R2. So therefore R2 to R2 to 3R by 16. Okay, it's a square pa equivalent na. To question pido ham ratio do na. So ratio to piding ham. So R1 by R2. So ratio of triangular to that of the square. R1 by R2 tin. So 2R by 9 divided by 3R by 16. Solve lesson 32 divided by 27. Okay, so this will be the answer. 32 is to 27 na answer. Okay, next I have a wire of length L and resistance 100 ohm is divided into 10 equal parts. So wire to length L has a soma kop khelna chun khat ala saudan to L by 10 na. Ale resistance also soma kop khelna chun khat to 10 ohm ta chu. Okay. Ti nga ho chuna somla nga chu series aga connect ding tin somla nga chu remaining half to parallel aga connect na. Ito bang de ha. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a all of them are 10 ohm is okay na. So each of them is 10 ohm. 10 ohm, 10 ohm, 10 ohm. Abana nga ho chu parallel connecting. So 1, okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here bona 10 ohm is okay. So bona 10 ohm. Bana amani hi itiki connect. So the two combinations are getting connected in series at each other. So you just join them directly. Okay. Atile ama hosisi combination final combination equivalent pa hizat ha. So ama hosisi series na. N identical resistors in series to N times R, which is 5 into 10, which is 50 ohm. Okay. Abana N resistors in parallel to piham R by N. So 10 divided by nga ohm na 5. So this is 2 ohm. Abana chu biha chite ni series ohm ke na. So I have 2 ohm and then 50 ohm in series. So if I add them, I have 50 plus 2. So 52 ohm. Okay. So answer is 52 ohm. Simple question. Halo pichola na chi formula chi he dale. Chi NEET question 2024. Okay. Okay, next question from the combination of resistors with resistance values R1, R2, R3 hosisi 5 hisa R4 to 10 na. R4 to 10 hisa which of the following combination is the best circuit to get an equivalent of 6 ohm? Which hosisi hin na? Which silaila li ke pila which pen equivalent hi 6 anai dem aticha. So we just have to check it, okay? Put the values and check it. Ale R1, R2, R3 ki bang chola na. Option 1 pa solve hote. 1 pa ke balance. So if I solve these three, so 3 identical resistors in parallel to R by 3. So that means 5 by 3 ohm. Ama hosisi combination pa hai na. Ale 5 by 3 to hin khat pa ko parallel ohm na jela hi 5 by 3 hisa khat ko 10 ohm. So if you solve this to zan pod de ha. So 5 by 3 into 10 divided by 5 by 3 plus 10. So 50 divided by 35. 6 so this is not 6, so this is wrong. Okay. Tun abana pen kon value put bilang solve kilachun. So chito in 5 jala 5 to 5 to 10 ohm. Okay. Abana chito in ha 5 to 10 to 15 ohm. Series to direct plus na. Ale abana mani ko parallel am kit na solve kilachun. So 10 into 15 divided by 10 plus 15 to 25. So 5 3 are 15, 5 5 are 25, 5 2 are 10, 3 2 are 6 ohm. So the answer is option B. Okay. So I think this is the final one. Equivalent holding a last pen na abana hi total current to circuit jong bol na circuit bol masang ba hotem a simple lang dio na simple circuit simple circuit question khali ni ga bol ma sauten na abale next lecture ho full circuit bol dio so the question hi biham effective resistance between A and B is system ke pina la him effective hi hold dio. Okay, then how do you do this? Question kan ham na ji na bizam tela chalai ta se lai pa he. So what is this? Hiti ai hunga hitai apl dot na cho. To lampi la dunga city la dunga flyover ta bang khona na. Chichu pitinam tela chito hin he wire pa he na kisu khala utine cho. Okay, alaya he junction no utine cho ji he. So right, I just wanted to show you that one. Ji achu chalai kan question kan koi jana na he. Ga solve hote to chu hi chala hi example chala point hi potential hi x hi lechun hilola v hi lechun. So across the wire no potential drop, so here potential is also again x na and chala hi potential y hi lechun across the wire no potential drop, so here also I will have here y. Okay, tile to chu hi chi pai ithari draw ngai cho jepen here. So junction is that a b x y na. So I'll try to redraw this. A is like a ziding, B is like a ziding, X to Y is not going to randomly you put anywhere. X to Y is in. I'll try to redraw it. B is like ma, X to line ziotin, Y to line ziotin. Ali ama sa pena 6 ohm ko hulai ka amam. Sila 6 ohm pa hi. A to X ki ka am na. So between A and X I have 6 ohm. Abana ibiha. Dang. 10 to 15 hi 5 hi lai mam x to y ki ka am na. So x to y ki ka chu ni ta am. So 10 ohm and then 5 ohm. Okay. Abana 7 to 8 hi lai ki ka am x to y mama ki ka am na. So therefore I have to write here one more x chu chilang jing ka ting. So I have to write one more branch y. 7 ohm to 8 ohm. Okay. Abana 4 to 11 kula. 11 to 4 jong hi x to y ki ka ohm na. So that means I have to write one more x chu cleansing ka ting y chu chila hi. Khat na lai chila hi na. Chu pile pi ham. So 11 ohm to 4 ohm. Okay. Order pai poi malo so no blai 4 0 11 0 ki bang cho. So they are in series, they will add up. Okay. 4 plus 11 to 11 plus 4 ki bang cho na. And finally 8 ohm cho hilaya mam y to b ki ka ohm na 8 ohm cho. So y to b ka chu 8 ohm. Okay. To he chi tai ga tha ji le hin ven nob don ta hela na som nob don ta hela. So that is the purpose. Okay. To chi question ta bang hoyong ki pi la chun ama sa pena junction chun name ball pilang na x y na tin abc mang ven junction also naming ball velang abal if possible try to rewrite them. Okay. Okay, then how to solve this? Got solved. 11 plus 4 to 15 ohm. Okay. So chito in chichu 15 ohm na. Abana 7 to 8 to 15 ohm. Kutila 15 thumta parallel am tinahila na. Ama we solve lesson sana podo di ha. So 15 by 3 hong ilajula na. So 15 by 3 to how much? So 15 by 3 to 5 ohm. Okay. And then you have 6 ohm. That's a thum by series ohm na. Solve lesson sa ding ham 6 plus 5 plus 8. And that is 19 ohm. Okay, answer to 19 ohm. Okay, equivalent solve na na hechang chu bolotin. Equivalent solve na lang pia poi mozo si bol sai tan na apply ho. Question ka bol dan ho na paten vevelang khalini ka bol dan ho vevelang a bol dan pa chamel chi velang na. Concept solve ho hi mel chi la chun wheatstone bridge ho heza hita circuit ki redraw ho na junction naming ki bola circuit ki redraw ho jong hi mel chi velang na physics a chu betang question tam ta ka solve jong ngai lo na question khalani a bol dan pa ho patia vera head to chara na hechi concept pa ho hechi ho head ngai cho chi pen he. Okay, then next we are going to go into circuit. I want to circuit ta tai lut nai lo dem na hechi lai hi example hechi tabang question ham tele question circuit hong ke pia ama sa pen equivalent ki hol ma sa na equivalent hol na hol ngai question ho chu circuit ho chu chalai bol dio ka sai example see, suppose I have like this. Ita resistance kaduma. Suppose I have like this. Battery na. Example to chala let's say 3 ohm tiltin. Chala 6 ohm tiltin. Okay. About let's say 3 ohm tiltin na 3 ohm. Let's say this is 10 volt. Okay. Example na. Question 2. Battery apara current ki supply pa hela na. Japan total current ki tijo. Japan I total. Na. So current supplied by the battery. Okay. Hichi I total hold on pa hela. Japan mo say he bol dio. Circuit dang ibol na ilo dio. So question 2. So find total current. Hello zong le na. Find current supplied by battery tadong kisa hiji. So question ako na. So find total current. Chiti solve dio ha. So you have to convert this into simplest circuit. Chipa he na. Hiti ahi ka holding. So simplest circuit aga converting in. Suppose here I have 10 volt. So here I have R equivalent. Then whatever current is going here. So this is your I total. Okay. 10 volt he V any V ki pitay na so kutil I total hitting po doding ham so V divided by R equivalent. Ohm's law simple Ohm's law ki apply bo jo chala he na. Okay then formula apply na ding chu R equivalent hol ma sangai na chi he chi ho si solve la chun chala chi format pai hong ki so ding din chalai ko na ju current chu Ohm's law I man vai hol da dio. So then what is the equivalent here? To 6 to hin 3 hi parallel na. So this 3 and this 6 you solve them. So 3 into 6 divided by 3 plus 6 to 9 na. So 3 3 are 9, 3 2 are 6. So resultant to 2 ohm. Ale 2 ohm pa to hin 3 ohm pa series ohm kede na. Ale 3 plus 2 to 5 ohm. So I get this value to be 5 ohm. Ale V chuja kpm 10 volt kp na. Current chuja tam so 10 divided by 5 so that is 2 ampere. Okay, total current to 2 ampere. Chito bang question circuit hung kipi na question now circuit hung kipi find the current flowing supplied by the battery elo coming current from the battery na elo total current kiti ala chun solve dan chi hi cho to chi hi hoi ti phar ki solve am de le chilanga hi so hi cho se na to chu cell ti chu battery ma cham lo ki ka la hi tai battery lo resistance bo se tai alom chang khana na jela hi alom changa ma chalai current hung ki do la chun je chi pen hi man dio. Okay, R1 next question in the given figure R1 R2 R3 R4 abona kipi na chalai khat mistake khatoma chalai R4 pa hi 8 ohm so make a correction here chepa hi 8 ohm value ka jing ka ting na chalai R4 pa hi 8 ohm R3 pa hi 4 ohm R2 to 8 ohm R1 to 10 ohm. Okay. Also example kapi tabang so chena chalai he hite alom changa network haroma he network pa chu equivalent hold ma sat pendu question chen pido ham equivalent resistance ati chulana equivalent jong hold diu chu ke le current supplied by the battery. Okay, I total jong hold diu na la he. So let's try to solve. Must happen so if you see, so this R4 and R3, then he parallel lam jona. As you ning lang ten he ki connect lang khalang ten jong ki connect so like point khara. So if you can na bol no va athoma jong na bol thai so here also see these 2 points are same thing. Athoma he parallel lam jo bon va he. Okay. So kha jong na solve the hello la kha vai solve fa jong na solve the na. So I'll try to solve it one by one. Must happen 8 to 4 by solve ma saute. Parallel lam ala chun formula 2 8 into 4 divided by 8 plus 4 is 12 na. Okay, I think this will be a little bit complicated. Got hazi lang na Japan here. So it is something like this. Chito ki bangsat ba chulai. So 10 ohm, 8 ohm, 8 ohm, 4 ohm. Okay. Chilanga hi 12 volt. Ale solve le chun chilai 8 to 8 by solve le chun 4 hong poto dina chi hi. So R by N. So R by 2. Two identical resistors connected in parallel to R by N. So for 8 by 2 to 4. Let's say 4 to 4 hi parallel am na. Solve calculation. Again, you'll have 2 ohm. Okay. So finally, you'll have 10 ohm. Ama atom equivalent pa ko 2 ohm kiso khat pa hi 10 ohm ma chilang battery to 12 volt. So kutil 10 ohm to 2 ohm pa hi series ohm na. So I can just add them. So if I add them, I will have here 12 ohm. Here 12 ohm here piham R equivalent in ajo. Okay. So here you have 12 volt. So simplest circuit a current pahina. So this is the total current or the current supplied by the battery. So R equivalent to 12 ohm ahilachun. Option B to option C to wrong na. Abana current so ham current is equals to V by R. So 12 divided by 12. So that is 1 ampere. Okay. Answer to last option. Okay. Okay, then last one. Pending in. The current passing through the battery in the given circuit is. To chalajang value chun hita network alom changam kin na. Network alom changama. So current passing through the battery. Current supplied by the battery. Chalai branch ahe na. Current is at GM tichu. So that is basically the current supplied by the battery. Okay. Kibang just solve dan. So hechi network ahi equivalent hold loading within. Abana chu again we have to apply V by R equivalent. Hechi 2025 NEET question na. Solve it is solved with that. So how do you solve? So look for any two which are in series or parallel. So jiten ye series aum. Okay. Tinggal singkat. Then series aum ka solve pala chun 1.5 plus 5.5 to 7 ohm. Okay. Abana chilai square part hin ka tha so chilai. So let's say this is x color dangan. Suppose this is x, this is y, okay, and let's say this is capital A and this is capital B. Tha zi leng A chu chalai hang ding, B chu chalai hang ding. So let's say x is here, so y is here. Kutele A to x ki ka khu 3 ohm na chalai he. Abana x to y ki ka khu 6 ohm ma. Abana x to b ki ka khu 5 ohm ma. Abana x to a ki ka khu y to a ki ka khu 1.5 ma. Abana y to b ki ka khu 2.5. Question so G wheatstone bridge ham balance wheatstone bridge ham Japan here. So left side have value 3 divided by 1.5. Is that 2 jula na. This is 2. Velang 5 divided by 2.5. Is that ham chong hi 2. Okay. So that means we have a balanced wheatstone bridge, so no current in 6 ohm. Let's try to rewrite this one. Kutile time dacha. Hilang 7 ohm ma. Hiti current hong siya. So here I have 5 ohm and then 3 ohm. Hilang 2.5 to 1.5 ohm na. 5 ohm, 3 ohm, abana chu 2.5 ohm to 1.5 ohm. Hiti hunga hilang battery ohm na ji. Ale to chu chiten is series aum za series ten solve la chun za ham 8 ohm. Langkhalanga ho 2.5 plus 3.5 to 4 ohm. Okay. 4 ohm to 8 ohm by solve la chun parallel lam jana ji. So 8 into 4 divided by 12. So that means I will have here 8 by 3. So chilang by 1 by 3. To chu itabang ta chala circuit here. So now I'll try to rewrite everything. Thum tai time da chu chai. Silang pa 7 ohm, alai pa khu 8 by 3, abana khat pa chu 1 by 3. Na battery chu is that 5 volt. Current chu I hold do na chala hi. Ale ga solve le chun san podo de tam chala hi. So here 8 by 3 plus 1 by 3 chu ham 9 by 3, so that is 3 ohm. Okay. To chu 3 ohm pa to hin 7 ohm pa series na. Ka 8 ki dala chun, so I will have here 10 ohm. Okay. So therefore current chu piham. So V divided by R. So that means 0.5 ampere. Option A. Okay. Here one type of question. Na question type khat cho ji. Hitia hi bitang given network hi battery ho amlo na chalai resistance bo se tai network am chom. Battery khat jo external la tai hom na. Khutele hi question ho ki dong ji chu pham tele. So what is the current supplied by the battery? And what is the total current? Now what is the current passing through the battery? Abona ki bang cho. R equivalent pa hi hold ma sat liu aban lechun ohms law I equals to V by R man liu na. Ita ji solve liu. Okay, then chila hi chana he na PP concept bol chayota. Garang vero to. Masa pena chu battery chu sim dia tham khat brief ti I ga cover jana. Aban le combination of resistors chu if they are connected in series R1 plus R2 na parallel hilachun R1 into R2 by R1 plus R2. It's also ninya ki bol khom jana na noble if 3 or more are in series, si formula pa jana ban theu na si direct ai lo le chila formula pa na parallel la chu he chong ki mang thei cha aban le poi mo chuna so this one very very important question is solve akona chu imo chula na ichana ke ha man ham so we have used this a lot okay na mel chi diu identical resistors to n times hong mal chun total equivalent pa chu abon ai no go vale n into r na chi pen chu equivalent is a to chu parallel hong khom wala chun so it will be r divided by n where r is the resistance of one resistor okay common resistance ani pa chu na chi pen chu okay then chi chu he za ban le tang hui tai wire hong mal chun across the wire chu potential drop ima cham lo na chi chalai point potential e hele chun chala jong hi e na example chu chalai 2 volt hele chun chala jong hi 2 volt chala jong hi 2 volt aji chui tai plain wire ki connect na chala hi and later problem evolve chukil wheatstone bridge chong hina mel chi de so this is also very important chukil equivalent hoi bol za chang chuna pale final a cho china pena e bol pena chu e tai network khong ke pia battery khat ke pia total ke hol pa chuna he che pen jo he thi mongai okay tina revise velang question ki solve dan hoi here so try to understand them na he thogu velang bala chita bang question na mon chuma outside book ho vela jona solve the so che technique ho mang cha he na okay then akit phale circuit bolotin so then I will see you in that next part okay so thank you for watching